Fucking 1 bar of battery left. Alright, here we are.
I don't think it's charged like that.
Apparently this is Saturday, I guess day 13th.
Day 13th.
Yeah, and a hell of a day it's fucking been. This couldn't have been longer of a day. It's still not over.
Can we start with last night?
Sure.
Alright, so last night I had a transcendental experience where I became one with the boat on my watch. I took over Steven's watch, so I had a nice 4-hour check of time with still me steering the boat.
You took over my watch, the generator broke again.
Oh, right. So, okay, fine. You start with that.
The generator the ripcord to set the generator.
The generator that's providing power to the autopilot.
This is the thing that's keeping us alive.
Well, it's providing power to the autopilot.
Keeping me alive. And, so...
That's it. The fridge is dead.
Yeah,
cleaned out the fridge too. There's nothing.
Yeah, no.
We found a can.
We cooked the last of our food last night. Anyway, we're sitting there playing cards, just waiting for this like Portuguese dish to finish. Pedro was cooking. And the Kevin's like, Steven, can I talk to you? He pulled me out of the card game. I thought I just did something really wrong. I didn't know why he would just tell me what I needed to do.
I knew what was going on.
And he came up and he was like, yeah, so the ripcord, or the cord of the generator is stuck, so you're going to have to fix it. And it's like, well, can I do it after dinner? It's like, yeah, sure. And apparently dinner took longer to make than normal, so we went back to playing cards, and halfway through the next game, he's like, yeah, so you're going to need to start doing that now.
Yeah. So it's time to fix the generator part.
So starting at like 10 o'clock, it was the second attempt at taking apart the fucking generator on the kitchen floor.
Yeah, the cord was jammed, which means you need to get a fucking coil spring mechanism for the starter cord, ripcord.
So we fucking took the damn thing apart again, and this time
the spring went flying out, making it ridiculously hard to put back in.
But I figured out how to put it back in. I did figure out how to do it.
It took 3 hours for us to figure it out.
And like, in the meantime, Ben was like, okay, well, take a shit. So while Ben was becoming one with the boat, I was trying to fix the fucking generator.
Alright, so a note about becoming one with the boat. Experience this. It was really unique for me to do this on a bigger boat, and I didn't think it was possible. I really felt like I could feel everything about the boat. I was just up there, like, really straining my senses and just like zoning out. And that's what I noticed. I could like kind of tell, based on the direction of the waves were coming, based on the direction the waves were swimming, I could notice the 1 or 2 degree increments in course changes. So I started surfing the boat by changing our course back and forth by 1 or 2 degrees, depending on the waves behind us, and just optimizing our spin. It was really crazy how much extra spin we were getting, because I was just very carefully kind of rocking our boat in and out of these tall wave and wind patterns. And I really just totally vibed with it. It was awesome. Until she was gone when I was sitting there and I pressed the autopilot has a stupid fucking nav setup. Right next to the button that says turn left, like 1 degree port, there's a button that says dodge turn. And the dodge turn is an emergency 90-degree turn. So I must have accidentally pressed that because the port is coming over the side and dropping degrees at like crazy. As soon as this started happening, I jumped on the helm, turned off the autopilot because it was like beep, 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 beep. I turned off the autopilot, which I thought had failed for power reasons or whatever. And I looked over right behind us in the stable. The stable boom flopped over. We're still in the wing-on-wing configuration. The stable boom flopped over to the tube side as much as it could, to the port side, but it was prevented from going all the way to the limiter. Now, I thought the limiter had snapped because it flopped over pretty hard, not all the way, but it was hard for me to tell, and I was trying to man the helm, and I didn't have time to, like, I couldn't look up and do it, so I yelled at Steve to get the captain and tell him that the shit was broken.
This point, Steve was passed out on sofa cushions on the floor of the salon. So he's been working so long on that fucking generator. He's been like, captain.
Steven said the shit was broken. He yelled, the captain got up, it was all hands on deck situation, but then we realized it was just the fucking stable flopped over, turned the boat another 25 degrees back into the wind probably, back downwind run, and the station just opened wide again. And we were fine. Nothing was really broken. But I was seriously concerned, you know, like that sucks. I was like really embarrassed about that. So that was just last night. That was the beginning of our shit. So I did that till 4 a.m. Then I went to sleep, and we get and this is some boat paranoia for you, I guess. So those sense of boat, we hit a current, and I felt the whole fucking thing slow down. It's just a weather change pattern. Right after my shift ended, I felt the boat slow and drag through this current. It felt like it was slogging through this muddy fucking stream, and I had to check the bilge. I had to. I was just compelled. I looked around. I didn't see any reason outside why we would be going really slowly. But the boat just felt like it was riding low and wallowing. So of course, I checked the main and 4 bilges, and they were dry, which is amazing. Thank God. And I still could barely sleep. But by then it was like 5 a.m. So fuck it. I passed out for a couple hours before everybody started getting up and making a hullabaloo.
Yeah, it turns out my repair job didn't work because I don't really understand the starter mechanism for this motor. So it takes, the more I messed with it, the more the spring fucking got broken because this design, because 21st century design isn't about repair, it's about remove and replace. So if something's broken, you don't repair it, you just replace it. And this fucking spring needed to be repaired, i.e. replaced, and it's, we're in the middle of the fucking ocean, there's nothing you can do. So it just kept fucking with it, and trying to fix it, and there's nothing that can happen. And eventually we all just gave up, and I just had my mini freak out, and I was like, oh, fuck this. And the captain's like, alright, did you fucking take a break?
Another timeout situation.
Yeah, I got thrown in the timeout, I goes, you need to take a break. You're obviously more concerned with letting everyone know you're pissed off than you are of actually doing this job.
Very fair.
Which is really, really calm like it is. And I'm like, yeah, you're absolutely right. So I threw myself in timeout while they tried tackling the bomb. And since I started working on the generator...
7 hours.
No, 17 total hours.
Well, no, because you didn't work through the night.
I did. I worked
till like 2 a.m.
I worked till
3 a.m.
And I slept till 7 maybe?
So we put 12 hours total into it.
No. 3 to 7 is 4. We put 13 hours into it.
Alright.
So it's like, this entire thing's been 13 hours for us to decide that the only way we can deal with the generator now is to get a rig. So its guts are,
We gotta take a video of the generator.
Yeah.
Its guts are
yeah, they're strapped down
under
the
a fucking bin. We literally duct taped
the
it.
ratchet straps down, and then the gas tank is duct taped next to it, and then there's a fucking plastic bin over it so people don't walk into the motor and cut their toe off. And we're using that to generate power. And even as it started, it's those ghetto starting situations.
Wind a ripcord around
fucking trays.
Yeah,
it actually starts it.
It takes like 10 tries.
Pedro's the only person who's been able to start it.
That's a magic touch, man.
Seriously.
And it just died recently too. It just died like 10 minutes ago. So we're pretty sure that, I'm 90% sure, at this point, like 95, that we're going to end up steering this boat all day. The good news is, we do have solar panels, which means that I think if we steer during the day, we'll have enough power for autopilot at night. So we'll see. It depends. So if we get clouds, it's going to fuck everything over. Actually, the solar panels really fuck that quality. So it really depends on the weather, how much steering we're going to have to do. And you know what? There might be nights where... The worst part about it is we have to steer ourselves and add 2 days to the trip. And that's going to be kind of real close. With water and everything else. Like, we're already kind of close. It's going to be intense.
Yeah, I didn't anticipate this generator shit. It's really one thing after another on this fucking boat.
I think it works. That's for sure. Yeah.
In general, I don't know what to say.
You had a good brainstorm session
earlier? Morale just improved a lot.
Real roller coaster.
Sometimes high, sometimes low. If I take a nap and like eat some sugar and dope myself up, I can get back into that. Gosh.
Come on, man. Look at I can afford it. That's 2 feet. Can you do it? Just turn on both forward. See how the waves are going this way?
Well, anyway.
Anyways,
we got that going on. So we were messing around with silly flavor names.
Like, oh yeah. What do we come up with?
Shit.
Cheshire Cat.
lemon Armageddon or Limegeddon or
Entier.
yeah.
Lemon de Entier.
Yeah. There's also the
wait, we gotta describe the Achilles heel. It's Achilles heel biscotti. It's Cheshire Cat is what do we say? Licorice, grape licorice sorbet. Yeah. Cheshire Cat. What was the first one though? It wasn't anyway.
Dostoevsky.
What was it? Something with Dostoevsky.
That was the lemon Dostoevsky.
Yeah, lemon with peanut
It's
butter.
like a lemon bar, and it was a graham cracker chocolate crust.
Oh yeah, that's delicious.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've got some ideas. We've been kicking around my favorite so far, honestly, strawberry cilantro ice cream. I think we got something interesting there. So we're going to try it out. Also, I had an idea for the cornbread with chili, pockets of chili inside of it, chili beans. So like you bite into the cornbread, and you get the chili like flavor inside. It's just like a savory, delicious treat. It's basically a meal, a handheld meal. I think it could be good. Stoners delight probably, but it's good.
I've been trying to think of what cake would be appropriately named the Marie Antoinette. Still working on that one.
Yeah.
There's also some colorful ones. It's just like funny.
We thought about a skull and head, but then realized that was a brand that had